Hello my teachers, principals, educators. It's going to be an exciting journey to answer some of the questions in your mind. The questions are, why? The questions are, how? The question is, what? The question is, where? Of the education. That's why for the next couple of episodes, maybe another 3-4 episodes, we will try to understand NLP. Why NLP in education? What is so great about it? How are we going to use NLP in education? We should know. For example, in fact, that applies to anything that we do, any innovation that we do. You talk about smart classrooms. Why smart classrooms? How are we going to use the smart classrooms, smart boards? What are the things I should know about using the smart boards? Where all I can use it? The same thing applies to NLP also. As I was telling a couple of episodes before, somehow there has been a lack of understanding of the concept of NLP. These series of episodes will give you a clarity on these aspects of NLP in education. Let's proceed further. First of all, what is education? Well, what I am going to discuss is not the definition. You can also explore. In fact, you can do a PhD on what is education. For the time being, education is the process of facilitating learning or the acquisition of knowledge, skill, values, beliefs and habits. Now, what are the key words here? The most important keyword is acquisition. You may present it, but are the students going to acquire it? What? Knowledge. Acquisition of knowledge, acquisition of skill, acquisition of certain values like discipline, obedience, honesty, hard work, certain beliefs. Yes, I can do it. If somebody can do it, I can do it. And habits. Punctuality, for example. Today morning I was talking to my students. Should somebody tell us to be on time? Should somebody tell us to do things perfectly? We notice something that pertains to my area of work. There is a deviation. What should be happening and what is happening, there is a deviation. Should it not occur to me that I should do something there? So acquisition, so education is the process of facilitating learning. That's another important keyword here is, there is the very, very important, facilitating learning, acquisition of knowledge, and it is a process. If these basic fundamental things are understood, it's very, very easy. See, tell me very, very honestly, which teacher wants to slog and slog and slog to produce a failure? Which student wants to slog and slog and slog and fail? Which businessman would love to slog and slog and slog and lose money? None of us want to do that. So if that is understood, let us go to the next one. Now this is very, very important. That's why I said these why, where and all that. Where is education taking place? I have been talking about this. Is it in the mind or is it in the brain? Is it in the classroom learning? Or is out in the world learning is taking place? Tell me, whoever told the child that fire will burn, was it told in the classroom? Whoever told the child, if you take neem leaf, it will be bitter? Whoever told you in a classroom that salt is having that taste? Whoever taught you if you fall down it will hurt? Whoever taught you if it hurts it will pain you? Learning is different. But all those learning, is it taking place in the brain? Or is it taking place in the mind? This fundamental principle you should understand when it comes to NLP in education. Okay. Then, if it is a brain, then think about the various technologies we have. Can you not implant? No, today we are talking about various implants. Maybe it is possible 50 years down the road or 10 years down the road, who knows, somebody will discover a chip, put it in the brain and you become a math genius. Like we use a tape recorder, a video recorder to store a content. After all, what is education? Many of us feel, what is education? What is scoring marks? Take it to the memory. Recall. Like retrieving a file. So, if it is a brain function, simple. Our neurosurgeons and scientists can work and then have a gadget implant. Like there are a lot of radioactive substances are implanted. You can implant something here, chip, and your parents can follow wherever you are. Like we talk about Google Map, you share your location and they can locate wherever you are. These days in the school buses, technology is used and the parent will know what is the distance of the bus from the house. So, if it is a brain theory of education, you can implant. Certainly it is not a brain theory. If it is a brain theory, our scientists would have come out with some solution. Now, have they not discovered a stent? Have they not discovered a heart transplantation? Have they not discovered or invented a way to change the kidneys, retina, cornea? Okay. So, or if it is a mind function, suppose you say, no, it is not brain, sir, it occurs to me. Then if it is a mind function, then can a brain damaged person learn? Okay, it is not brain function, let us assume it is a mind function. If it is a mind function, then for a brain damaged function, the person, the mind is active, their brain is alone damaged. Or let us say that a person is in a cerebral coma, the brain is functioning but not effectively, but the mind is functioning well. When we are sleeping, the brain is functioning, but the mind is even more functioning. So, it is neither a brain function nor is it a mind function 100%. Then what is it? If education is to do with brain and the mind, then NLP can help. That is what I have been telling you from the beginning. It is a bridge between the hardware and the software. So NLP in education, so we need to understand, oh, this is the context in which we are talking about NLP in education. Okay, let's go to the next stage. I said why, how, what. How NLP can help the education and learning process. It's a process. Driving a car is a process. Delivering a message is a process. Making a coffee is a process. Presenting a subject is a process. So how can it help? Remember, I was talking about the basic model of learning. What did I say? You need an outcome. And for which you need a process. So if you have the process, you get the outcome. Then how do you get the process? There is a set of knowledge and there is a set of skill. So you acquire a knowledge, practice it, make it a skill, apply to the process and go check whether the outcome is reached. If the outcome is not reached, go and acquire such knowledge, such skills and change your process until it is reached, and then it becomes a cycle. This is where we talk about the mind. In these episodes I will be repeating this model. I want you to make a note of it so that you understand the basic structure of any process to produce any outcome that you want. Okay, so how it can be used? Helping students to accept the primary responsibility. There are certain keywords here, I want you to make a note of it. The primary responsibilities. So you have the responsibility. Whose primary responsibility? The teacher's primary responsibility is to teach, and the student's primary responsibility is to learn. So, in order to produce an outcome, there are certain behaviors, but the question is, are they functional or dysfunctional? A dysfunctional behavior cannot produce the responsibility. So certain behaviors are functional. For example, if I want to be healthy, my behavior should be healthy habits, healthy food, healthy routine. Dysfunctional, not healthy. That means I do certain things which are not going to help me to get what I want to get. So this will help this clarity. Supposing every student understands, oh, it's my responsibility to learn. That's why there is a saying, if the student is ready or when the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. This is how ancient days of Bharat, students went in search of the teachers. Now the whole thing is ulta. Teachers are coming in search of students. There was no school those days. A guru was there, a Gurukula was there, and the students went there in search of knowledge. This is even today. The brightest of the sports person, the brightest of the student, the brightest of the businessman go after coaches. So functional, dysfunctional. So helping students accept the primary responsibility for functional behavior. How are they going to do it? We are going to see it in the later episodes. use education for the purpose of designing a quality life. If you really ask yourself the purpose of education, why? Is it to earn money? Is it to get a job? The purpose is designing a quality of life, and this word is also very, very important. Designing. Unless you design, you are not going to get it. You have a plot of land, you have to design a house. Or without a design you can construct, but 101 faults, defects will be pointed out. Okay? So, to use education for the purpose of designing a quality of life, just not any life, a quality of life. This is amazing. To fight limiting beliefs and prejudices. See, please understand, we are all human beings. The moment we accept we are human beings, prejudices will be there. In a computer there is no prejudice. I can operate the computer as long as somebody else knows my password. He can operate the same computer, the computer has no prejudice. A student has a prejudice, a teacher has a prejudice. A parent will have a prejudice, a leader will have a prejudice. So, in the classroom, there are human beings, and the human beings come to the classroom with likes and dislikes. The human beings come to the classroom with prejudices. The human beings come to the classroom with limiting belief. And amidst this limiting belief, amidst this prejudices, either on the part of the teacher or on the part of the student, education should take place. How are we going to do that? Moving away from manipulating behavior to modifying behavior. These two words are very, very important. Manipulating. Using power or authority. Modifying, bringing about a sense of realization, awakening. Then we start understanding, oh, is that the reason? There is an old Zen proverb. Chopping wood, carrying water before enlightenment. Chopping wood, carrying water after enlightenment. Make a note of this. Chopping wood, carrying water before enlightenment. Chopping wood, carrying water after enlightenment. Let us say the person is chopping wood or shaping wood and is carrying water. You stop him and ask him, why are you doing it? He says, what to do? I have to earn money. My father did it, my grandfather did it, I do it. At the end of it, I get money. Supposing you stop him and say, do you know something? The wood that you are chopping is going to decorate the lotus feet of Lord so and so. And the water that you are carrying is going to be used as the divine water. Oh, is that the reason? That's why I said the word why is very, very important. Have you ever told the children why handwriting is important? We have told them what to do. We have told them how to do it. Why? The moment the chopping wood and carrying water person is told why of it, two things will happen. He may not want to do it, or if at all he wants to do it, he will do it very diligently. And so, help effective absorption and integration of what is taught. There again I am talking about two words here. Absorption and integration. Unless and until it is absorbed, it will not be integrated. And so the mind-brain connection makes this absorption possible. And if the answer why, if the question why is answered, it is integrated. It becomes my subsystem. It becomes my second nature. And last but not the least, helping a healthy teacher-taught relationship. Without this healthy relationship, no matter which classroom you are teaching, no matter what classrooms you have, nothing is going to take place. And this is very interesting. A better thinking process. A better thinking process. So the child starts thinking, why am I coming to the classroom? The teacher starts thinking, why am I doing this? If the answer is convincing, we don't manipulate, we modify. And the thinking process makes it possible. It is a defective thinking process. If I have tension, if I smoke, tension will come down. On the other hand, if I am having tension, maybe I should meditate. Maybe I should have a walk. It all depends upon the thinking process, which means these are very, very important. How NLP can help in the process of learning. One more thing. Facilitate a learning-friendly classrooms. A learning-friendly classrooms. We talk about easy to use or a learning-friendly software, user-friendly software, user-friendly automobile, a learning-friendly classroom where the outcome is easily understood. So these are how NLP can help the process of education. In the next episode, I am going to discuss something very, very, very interesting. That is about who decides the quality of our life. Who decides the quality of our life, and why do we do what do we do, and why do it that way? How well we can do it. This is what we are going to discuss in the next episode. Wait for a week.
SRMJV is not just a school, it's a one-time experience.
VM Nagar, Tiruvallur,